I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Today we're reading from the book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 6, and let's focus on verses 32 through 33. Moreover, concerning a foreigner who is not of your people Israel, but has come from a far country, for the sake of your great name and your mighty hand and your outstretched arm, when they come and pray in this temple, then hear from heaven your dwelling place, and do according to all for which the foreigner calls to you, that all the peoples of the earth may know your name and fear you, as do your people Israel, and that they may know that this temple which I have built is called by your name. 2 Chronicles chapter 6, verses 32 and 33. You know, there's an idea among Christians for generations that puts forth that because of Jesus' resurrection, then Gentiles could now have a personal relationship with God, as if that were impossible before. And that idea is simply wrong. And today's passage is yet another Old Testament example of how God has always allowed Gentiles to enter into a personal, saving relationship with Him. And here's a fun review of Gentiles who turned to the Lord. Let's begin with a little girl from Moab named Ruth in Ruth chapter 1, verse 16. But Ruth said, "Entreat me not to leave you or to turn back from following after you. For wherever you go, I will go, and wherever you lodge, I will lodge. Your people shall be my people, and your God my God." Isaiah spoke about God's acceptance of anyone, regardless of ethnicity, who would turn from foreign idols and choose to follow the Lord. And he even promised that God would not exclude repentant foreigners from being counted among His people. Isaiah 56, verses 6 and 7. Also the sons of the foreigner, who joined themselves to the Lord to serve Him and to love the name of the Lord, to be His servants. Everyone who keeps from defiling the Sabbath and holds fast to my covenant, even them I will bring to my holy mountain and make them joyful in my house of prayer. Their burnt offerings and their sacrifices will be accepted on my altar. For my house shall be called a house of prayer for all nations. Or what about Isaiah 49, verse 6? Indeed, he says, it is too small a thing that you should be my servant, to raise up the tribes of Jacob and to restore the preserved ones of Israel. I will also give you as a light to the Gentiles, that you should be my salvation to the ends of the earth. The Apostle Paul, preaching at Athens, Mars Hill, underscored how God is the Lord of all and has always been. And that all of the earth's inhabitants are both, number one, subject to God, and number two, can be saved by God's grace, if they would, by faith, surrender to Jesus as Lord. Acts 17, verses 30 and 31. Truly the times of ignorance God overlooked, but now commands all men everywhere to repent, because He has appointed a day on which He will judge the world in righteousness by the man whom He has ordained. And He has given assurance of this to all by raising Him from the dead. Think about these things. I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Groundworks Ministries operates entirely through financial donations from faithful people like you. And your giving to Groundworks Ministries transforms lives. Would you consider making a donation to Groundworks Ministries today? We need your monthly support now more than ever. And donating is secure and easy at our website, groundworksministries.com. Another way to help is to tell people about Groundworks Ministries. Share these podcasts with friends and family and on your social media. And of course, you can always direct folks to our website, groundworksministries.com.